Welcome to Reinforced Workforce, a brand new online show created by Workforce Solutions Cameron that's designed to foster conversations regarding workforce-related issues affecting the Cameron County community. My name is Manuel Morales. I am the communication specialist at Workforce and will be your host. Today, we're very excited to be joined alongside Dr. Hernandez of Cameron County Education Initiative, or CCEI, a training provider that's located in Brownsville, Texas. Dr. Hernandez, how are you today?
I'm doing great, and thank you for inviting us today. I'm always excited to talk to the folks at Cameron Workforce Solutions. Mr. Hobb has an incredible team, and Mr. Castillo over there, and their role in the community is so important. And anytime we can talk about how you all support families and help them thrive, it's a great opportunity. So thank you so much for inviting me today.
You know, we're so excited to have you on board. We have a lot of fun stuff that we're going to be talking about today. But before we go ahead and dive into all of that, let's know a little bit about yourself, Dr. Hernandez. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself and your role at Cameron County Education Initiative?
Well, I started at the school district. I'm a 30-year retired educator from the Brownsville Independent School District. And my whole life has been centered about getting kids to go to college. Go to college, go to college. It's for 30 years of my life. And of course, everybody who knows me, and even those who don't, they'll know that I'm a big Aggie. So I was always trying to get kids to go to college, and preferably Texas A&M. Mm-hmm. But as I started to have more and more conversation with Mr. Hobbs and Mr. Castillo, I started to realize that there's a whole workforce out there and career training and trades and crafts that need people. And so I've had this whole shift in my reality, a whole paradigm shift. And now I work with kids and families about helping kids join crafts. And our school, Cameron County Education Initiative, is a nonprofit career school. We're a zero debt school. We don't use financial aid. We don't take student loans. We write grants, and we hustle, and we partner with Workforce and use your WIOA funding. So when you come to school here, all you have to worry about is passing, not paying for it. No loans. We supply everything from the testing fees to the uniforms to the materials and supplies that you need to be successful. And we're real passionate about that. Our founder, Mike Hernandez, Mr. Hernandez is an incredibly generous man, and he set up this school with that in mind, a zero debt school focused on the crafts.
What would you say is the mission of CCEI? What is the goal?
That is such a good question, and thank you for asking that, because I love talking about that. We like to say we help families thrive. We just happen to do it through workforce training. So we target your unemployed and your underemployed worker, and we hope to help them thrive. We just finished a fantastic program with Valley Baptist Hospital. I don't know if I'm allowed to say who my partners are. That was a great program where we partnered with them. And we picked up about 20 of their employees that were uncertified, put them through phlebotomy, had them practice online and in person. They took their tests and were certified, and they went back to work as certified workers. That's helping them thrive, helping them increase their earning capacity. But it's not only that. You know what else we gave them?
What else?
We gave each one, as long as they came to class and as long as they were successful, got a job and hold a job, we gave them 1 year membership for the entire family to the Children's Museum, 1 year membership to the Gladys Porter Zoo for the entire family. Oh, no, it gets better. They have 1 year of music lessons for the kids.
You're kidding.
Piano, guitar, mariachi, theater, all of it.
Wow.
As long as they, yes. And our electricians this summer, we had an apprenticeship grant with Mr. Hobbs. As long as they came to class, did well, followed through on the apprenticeship and got jobs and held them for that year, they got all that for free for their families. Leads me back. What do? We don't help them get jobs. We help them start careers, but more importantly, we help the family thrive. And a thriving family is just the most powerful thing in our community. So what do? We help them thrive. We just happen to be in the workforce training business.
Yeah, I was going to say that if anybody who's listening right now, if they weren't sold, I can guarantee you that they're sold now, hearing all the things that you guys have been able to do for other people who are interested in some of the programs that you guys offer there. There's a lot of value that you guys bring, and I'm so glad that you're here to kind of talk about that and kind of the success stories that you've previously had. Let's talk a little bit about the programs that you guys are looking for right now. What kind of programs are in demand? What are you guys looking to fill currently?
So our school's a little different. We don't have 100 programs. We don't train to train. Our goal, again, is to train, get you in, get you out, help you start a career. Start your career. So we stick to those jobs that are in high demand, and those jobs. I don't need to see a student for 2 years. I want them 6 weeks, 4 weeks. Get in, get out, get to work, take care of your families. So right now, what we're seeing a lot of is patient care tech. We don't do medical assistant, and we don't do CNA. And the reason we don't do those is we don't feel they pay enough. So we stick to the patient care tech because that in starting salary is a little better, hourly rate a little better. We're doing phlebotomy right now because those are in high demand. We do carpentry, but we do NCCER credentials only. NCCER is a worldwide known credential. You can travel anywhere in the world and work with that credential. So we do NCCER core, carpentry, electrical, and today we started talking about with our partners adding plumbing and HVAC. But our electrical program was very strong. We have a master electrician instructor, and we have great carpenters, and we have great instructors. We're only as good as our teachers, and we've been blessed to have good teachers. So those are the ones we're doing. We're also doing a lot of COVID training. We partnered with TEEX, and today we trained 145 maintenance workers and custodial workers from South Texas ISD.
Wow.
And we trained them this morning. Each one got a UVC wand so they can sanitize their work area and their supplies and their materials. And they got training from us. And then part 2 was from Texas A&M College Station, TEEX. And that was a very powerful meeting. And you got to hand it to South Texas ISD. They trained every custodian, every maintenance worker. So they all got their wands and learned how to sanitize and disinfect. Anytime you go, you get to go home with a prize. So that's what we've been focused on right now.
It sounds like you guys have adjusted well. Obviously, living in the midst of a COVID-19 pandemic, you're trying to be able to help as many people with how you can help them, right? It's all about how the situation that's put in front of us and what you guys can do to better help the community.
It's been difficult, like everybody else. The beauty of CCEI is we're so small that we can just kind of adjust. We did a lot of online, like everybody else, bringing them in small group. But it's the work we're doing right now with COVID that's keeping us really busy. And it's really important. I mean, and I wish every business in Cameron County would know about it. I mean, Workforce Solutions Cameron, Pat Hobbs' team, they have a grant. And not every workforce got that grant. But Mr. Hobbs' team, they went out and got it. And it provides funding and training for businesses in the county to help safeguard their workers and their families and increase consumer confidence. We teamed up with actor R.J. Mitty for that training. He called it the new standard of clean. And, he has cerebral palsy. This is something he's very, very passionate about. Perhaps you should bring him on next time, and he'd love to talk about the new standard of clean. But if every business took advantage of that training, and we could increase that standard in our community, I think we would be seeing better numbers today. And it's important to know that you're really not training them just for this pandemic. We're just raising the standard of clean, period. And if we make that everyday life, we could survive whatever comes our way in the future. But it is free of charge to local businesses. And I encourage them all to take advantage of this training. The TSC has a training that does the same thing. Texas TSTC does, CCEI does. Ours is the UVC training, and every participant gets their own wand, a UVC wand, to sanitize and disinfect. And that one's been very popular. What I love about that's just a 3-hour training free to local businesses. Take advantage of it if you're thinking about opening or if you are opening. Now, our long-term programs that I'm real proud of is like the NCCER program. That's a nationally recognized, or actually it's worldwide recognized credential. And what I like about that program is it starts with core hours, which introduces you to all the crafts. And then if you decide you want to be a carpenter or electrician or a plumber, you can choose your path after that first fundamental course. That's why I like those. I am real proud of if it was up to me, I'd make everybody an electrician. I think electricians, it takes a while to become a master electrician, but we don't have a lot of master electricians, and they are there's always work, and you could raise a family and do very well for yourself as a master electrician, very well for yourself. You just have to understand that it takes time to become a master electrician. And what I like about those apprenticeship programs that Workforce has been getting all these grants for is you train for 100 hours and you get to work, and then you get paid to work, and then you go to class and you skill up or learn more about your craft. That's why that electrical program and the plumbing and the HVAC are so important for our community. They're stepping stones. It just doesn't end there. That's why I like the patient care tech program, because you can go phlebotomy, you can do EKG, and it's you do that for a while and you come to us to do it. There's no student loan. We didn't touch your financial aid. And who knows, a year later, you may end up in LVN school or nursing school or RN school or respiratory tech. So those programs are important because they're stepping stones. Yeah. Doesn't matter what you did in high school. We don't even check. We just want to know what you want to do now. And those courses are real good entry into careers.
You mentioned that these programs are excellent because of the great teachers that you guys have. Talk to me a little bit about, what the experience like. If someone's who's interested and they're thinking to themselves, well, what's so special about this program? Talk to me about how would you sell them on that?
Well, we talk to them all the time. Like our electrical program, our instructors are masters and journeyman electricians with 30 years experience. And most importantly, they know their craft, but they come here because they want to make a difference with the lives of our students. Because they could go to TSC or TSC. They can go to any other places, earn more. We're a nonprofit school. We barely survive. We're very simple. There's not a lot of thrills here. I bring donuts. That's about the thrill you get. And they really do care about their students, I'm real proud of our students. We get them from everywhere, and we don't really care about the past. We just want to know, what do you want to do now? Now what, right? So our teachers are very good. Our medical billing and coding instructor, she gives them so much work. She works hard with them. She has 100% pass rate. I mean, she just does a good job. Patient care tech instructors and our phlebotomies, they want to see their students progress. That's why they're here. So I'm real proud of our teachers, and our school director, Miss Terry, is really good.
That's great to hear. And so, part of the show is that I always try to tell our viewers who are tuning in today is that I want them to understand the difference between our two organizations. You guys are the training providers and we are the employment office. But how we work together so well is that, we have funds, like you've mentioned, we have funds where if someone's interested in any of the programs that you've, been talking about, we can actually fund that. And so we want everyone to know that Workforce Solutions Cameron offers these free vocational training opportunities. All of these funds are based, of course, on eligibility requirements. And the only way you can find out if you're eligible is by applying.
Yeah.
And give us a call. You could do a couple of things. If you want to go straight into the application, you can do so on our website at wfscameron.org. If you want to give us a call and ask him some questions, we'll be more than happy to answer those questions. Our Brownsville number is 956-546-3141. Or you could even email your questions to us at community@wfscameron.org. And as Dr. Hernandez has been talking about today, the special thing is that they can go into an in-demand career and graduate debt-free. And
Exactly.
you know, I've actually been fortunate to be able to see you guys firsthand and see the excellent work that you guys do on a daily basis. And I've seen the look on these students' faces when they graduate and they have no money to pay back. And for me, as an outsider, it is extremely inspiring. But for you representing the organization, I mean, how is that? How does it feel knowing that the impact that you guys are making on the Cameron County community?
Oh, we take great pride in this whole friends don't let friends get student loans movement we have at our school. And I tell you, well, we did this last quarter. I'm most proud of linking up with the Children's Museum and the Gladys Porter Zoo and Roca downtown, and the film group, partnering with them to provide those other incentives for the entire family is pretty much been the most fun for the year. As much fun as one can have in a pandemic. But that program, I think we've got the last 30 students have taken advantage of that partnership.
You know, there are just so many great opportunities at CCEI, and we hope that all of our viewers who are tuning in today, they take advantage of those things. Dr. Hernandez, that's all the questions that I had lined up for you. Is there anything that you'd like to add about any of the things we talked about today?
No, I'd just like to encourage, if you've got a local business, see how Workforce Solutions Cameron, they have funds that will help you survive COVID. See how they can help you adjust your business and train your staff, and some quick solutions there. And if you or your family and friends are looking for a new career, come see us regarding our patient care program or our NCCER programs. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much for being on. It was a pleasure, and thank you so much for your time.